Hi, hope you all are doing well. I'm first of all very thankful to all of you for the wonderful response to my earlier video. Much appreciate that. This is more of a personal video because I'm coming to you with a topic, resilience. As professionals, I believe strongly that each one of us have to be resilient. And what triggered this topic, of course, is the cricket match which I was watching, which happened in Chennai between India and Bangladesh, where I watched this young man, Rishabh Pant, scoring a very iconic 100. And that was a point when I felt that I was compelled that I should bring this video to you. As most of you know, Rishabh Pant was at the peak of his career when he met with an horrible accident last year. And anybody in that sport, with whatever kind of experience or expertise, would have almost forget thinking about playing again for the country or for any level. Even surviving would have been a big challenge for him, both from the mental and physical trauma that would have gone through when such an accident happened. But that was not to be. And this young man actually bounced back from that kind of a situation to come back and play that kind of an innings, which was, of course, a record-setting and an iconic way in which he played and set that record. Now, what it also helped me understand is that as professionals, I see many of them. I would not restrict it to just the freshers or the midlife executives or even the senior professionals. Sometimes they get too much embroiled into the failure part of their career, and I thought I should open up and talk to you about how we can manage this to some extent. Well, I'm not a medical professional nor a counselor by any standards, but as a fellow professional and a father of two wonderful professionals, I just want to come and share this the way I try to guide people or I personally manage it. Well, after almost 35 plus years in the industry, I have had my own fair share of setbacks. And what I learned from there and what I am practicing today or preaching to the rest of my friends and families is the same thing what I want to talk to you about. Look, everybody goes through this. If somebody tells me that they are not met any kind of setback in their life, good luck with them, actually. I'm very happy for them. But I would say that more often than not, if not all, most of us have gone through this. Now, there are two ways of handling this situation. One is surrendering to the situation and let the situation overcome you. Or the other way around would be for you to take it on the stride, but handle it differently. Yes, you may have some emotions. It could be some kind of a crying. It could be inside, or maybe tears flowing out of your eyes, or some kind of shouting, which you can do in a private space, or some kind of let out where you can write a diary and maybe let your steam off. But once you come out of that emotional roller coaster and come out, I want you to think very strongly about what you could have done differently to be successful or have changed the outcome. Now, the best way to do is to sit down and break down the sequence of events that led you to where you went to and how you could have approached it differently for a more favorable outcome. Now, this is something which has helped me as a professional, and I believe that it will equally be helpful to each one of you. And once we get to the point where we are able to have the maturity to look into the problem and analyze it and see how we could come out of it in a better way, I think that would make the big difference in our professional career. And let me tell you this, it is not about one failure, two failure. You should prepare yourself the best possible way, but you should also be ready for some setbacks because there's always somebody who can do things better than us. You should understand. So we need to always up the game and start trying to be better, a better version of ourselves as we move forward. And I think there are several examples. I quoted Rishabh Pant because that was an event that happened last week. But let's look at some of the other sports icon. For example, Michael Jordan, his famous game where he went down with flu, and nobody would have played that NBA Finals like him to win the championship. That was a very iconic game. Look at Howard Schultz, who was let go in 2000 from Starbucks, but then he came back in 2008 and redefined Starbucks as to what it is today. Look at Steve Jobs, who had to go away from Apple and then come back and rebuild Apple to what it is and today build a product which today redefine the way people interact and communicate with each other. The same with several people, including Elon Musk, for instance, his Tesla and SpaceX. I mean, it was a huge, huge setback for him. But look at the kind of comeback he has come out with. And this is the kind of people you need to be taking inspirations from. Not everybody is a Steve Jobs, not everybody is an Elon Musk, or nobody is a Robert Schultz here or Howard Schultz here. But what is important here is for us to learn from these and be an identity, create an identity of ourselves, and try to be a successful professional in the form of shape which we can. And this we can do only if we know how to handle failure along with success. I wish to quote, I think it was Virat Kohli, number two professional, sports professional who is followed after Ronaldo, actually. He's the number two most followed professional, sports professional. He did mention that success teaches us nothing, but losing is a great learning. And now this is something which I want each one of you to hold close to your heart, irrespective of where you are in your professional career journey. I want you to understand that every setback is an opportunity for us to reflect on what we could do better, how we can be better, and bring a better version of ourselves into the play. Now, with that, I wanted to thank you all for taking great attention to take care of this particular video. I look forward to bringing more such videos and exchanging my thoughts. You can call it my perspective. And I hope we can have very healthy dialogue in these kind of topics and get a different perspective and different views as we move forward. Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate your time listening to this video. I welcome your feedbacks and comments. Thank you so much again, and stay safe, stay strong.